Hello students. So today topic is X-ray tube. So before going through the X-ray tube, we should know about the radiation. What is radiation? Radiation is energy that travels through some space or matter. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास दो टाइप की रेडिएशंस होती हैं डायग्नोस्टिक इमेजिंग में और थेरेपी में जो यूज़ होती हैं मेडिकल यूज़ के लिए. So these are two electromagnetic, one is electromagnetic radiation, the second one is a particulate radiation. When we are talking about electromagnetic radiations, so we have two theories. These two theories. According to classical theory, electromagnetic radiation can be considered as a wave motion. But according to quantum theory, electromagnetic radiation can also considered as particles that are called photons, bundles of energy. So what is electromagnetic radiations? So electromagnetic radiation is a energy, is a package of energy in small units called photons or quanta that has no mass, and electromagnetic radiations are not affected by electric and magnetic field, and they has a constant speed in a given medium. Electromagnetic radiation like a visible light travels in a straight line. However, इसका जो trajectory है that can be altered with the by interaction with the matter. So interaction with the matter, like this is a waves. So this is interaction of matter. ठीक है, so this is a matter. When it interact with this matter, तो इसका जो path है, इसका जो चलने का trajectory है, तो that will be altered. ठीक है, some will be scattered, some will be absorbed, some will be transmitted. So electromagnetic radiation are characterized by wavelength, that is denoted as a lambda. Frequency is an V, energy per photon is E. These are types of radiations. So X-rays, gamma rays, microwaves, visible light, infrareds. These all are the electromagnetic radiations. There is a concept of wave particle duality. Means some radiation will behave like a wave at a low frequency and like a particle at a high frequency. So these are two examples. Like low frequency पे क्या है, ये radiation जो है wave की तरह काम करती है. But when with the high energy, high frequency, it behave like a particle. So wave concept of electromagnetic radiation is all electromagnetic radiation travels with the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised the power 8 meter per second. But they travels with the speed of light, but their wavelength is different. Now what is wavelength? So wavelength क्या है? This is the distance between these two crust or trough. Now what is frequency? Frequency is the number of cycles per second, that is measured in a hertz. Electromagnetic travel with the speed of light c. C is the speed of light, that is lambda by v. Lambda v. So when the wavelength will decrease, so as you can see, X-rays wavelength is decreased, then frequency will increase and the energy will also increase. If frequency will increase, then energy will also increase. If each wave has a length lambda and v, these waves pass a given point in unit time, then we can see velocity v is equal to lambda into v, wavelength into frequency. Particulate radiation. Particulate radiation consists of small particles of matter. They are moving through a space at very high velocity, and they consist of matter and have mass and charge. Generally, these type of radiations are not using as an imaging radiation because of its low penetration power. Now what do you mean by low penetration power? Like alpha particles, they travel with a small distance, so they have a very small distance, but as we are talking about X-rays and gamma rays, they travels with the larger distance. So they travel through the metal and incident on a detector. But these rays, they will just contribute to the skin dose, like electrons. If we'll talk about electrons, so they travels a very small distance, but they hit on the body surface and absorb in the body surface and not reach to the imaging. So because of their low distance and high velocity, they will move a little bit. So electrons, alpha rays, neutrons, protons, these are the examples of particulate radiation. Particulate radiation are discrete bundles of energy. हर बंडल को हम क्या बोलते हैं? फोटोन और क्वांटम बोलते हैं. फोटोन, they also travels with the speed of light, and amount of energy that each photon carried depends on the frequency of radiation. If frequency is double, then your energy will double. So always remember, the wavelength decrease, frequency increase, energy also increase. So particle concept can explain the interaction with matter like photoelectric and Compton effect. So energy of electromagnetic radiation depends on the frequency. Higher the frequency, higher would be the energy. So energy of each photon is inversely proportional to frequency and wavelength. Okay. So how it is inversely proportional? Like if the wavelength is small, then your frequency will be high and energy will also high. So it is expressed by equation E is equal to hv. H is what? It is Planck constant. So Planck constant value in energy is 6.62 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule second. And when we are talking about the electromagnetic unit value of Planck constant, that is 4.13 into 10 raised to the power minus 18 keV seconds. So as you can see the difference here, joule second, here it is keV second. What is the relationship between wavelength and energy? The relationship between wavelength and frequency is first, V is equal to C by lambda. C is what? It is a velocity of light. So its value is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Also energy E is equal to hv. Instead of V, if we will write C, hc by lambda. So h is what? H is Planck constant. C is the velocity of light. That is equal to the 1240 electron volt, and it is equal to the 1240 electron volt is X-ray always measured in a kilo electron volt. So we have to convert 1240 electron volt into keV. 1 keV is equal to 1000 electron volt. So it is 12.4 kilo electron volt. So H into H is the Planck constant, that's value is 6.62 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 into 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second is equal to the 1240 electron volt. Converted it into the kilo electron volt. So energy is Hc is 12.4 by wavelength. So 1 electron volt is the amount of energy that 1 electron gain when it is accelerated a potential difference of 1 volt. So electromagnetic spectrum. X-rays are electromagnetic radiation of exactly a same nature as a light, but the difference is in their wavelength. X-rays has shorter wavelength compared to the visible light. Unit of measurement in X-ray region is Armstrong and nanometer. 1 Armstrong is 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 Armstrong, that is equal to the 10 power minus 9 meter. X-rays wavelengths are in the shorter range, that is 0.5 to 2.5 angstrom, but visible light wavelength is 3900 to 7500 angstrom, that is larger than the X-rays wavelength. So first of all, we should know about the binding energy. So we know about atom. Atom is the small entity. It has a nucleus. न्यूक्लियस के बीच में क्या होता है? प्रोटॉन एंड न्यूट्रॉन. प्रोटॉन हैज़ पॉजिटिव चार्ज, न्यूट्रॉन न्यूट्रल चार्ज, एंड ऑन द ऑर्बिट अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस इज अ इलेक्ट्रॉन दैट हैज़ नेगेटिव चार्ज. सो यहाँ पे आपके इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो गए. Atom is ionized atom when one of the electron completely removed. When incoming electron hit the inner shell of electron, outer shell of the electron, then electron will be removed. How it will be removed? If the incoming incident of photon or electron's binding energy is more than the binding energy of this electron, the orbital electron. So if it is removed, then that detached electron, ये जो बाहर गया electron, it is called negative ion, and this one is called the positive ion. So if this negative ion will goes and combine with the positive ion, another positive ion, then या कोई बाहर का आके इधर इसमें join करता है तो they will form a ion pair. So what is binding energy? It is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from a atom against the attractive force of a positive nucleus. Obvious है कि इस इलेक्ट्रॉन की बाइंडिंग एनर्जी जो है इससे जो है इनकमिंग इंसिडेंट फोटोन और इलेक्ट्रॉन है उससे कम होनी चाहिए. Then it will remove. If the binding energy of this shell electron is more than the incident, so then this electron will not remove from an atom. Binding energy is expressed in electron volt. Binding energy किस पे डिपेंड करती है? आपके इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट पे कि क्या है? K shell. This is K shell, this is L shell, this is M shell. So the binding energy of K shell is always greater than the L shell, and L shell binding energy will be always greater than the M shell. Why the binding energy of K shell is greater compared to others? Because of this nucleus force, because it is very close to nucleus. So and the binding energy is always depend on the element of an atom. It increases with the atomic number. Like for example tungsten has the atomic number 74. So binding energy of different shells of tungsten atom is K shell की binding energy हमारे पास होगी 70, L shell की 11 and M shell की 2. So on for the different elements, the binding energy of different elements are different. So it increases with the atomic number. This is the table. As you can see, the aluminium's atomic number is 13. Its K shell K shell binding energy is 1.6 keV. As the element atomic number will increase, then binding energy of K shell or L shell, M shell, so it will also increase. As you can see, lead is atomic number is 82, so its binding energy is also 88. So as you can differentiate between both of the aluminium and lead elements difference. So next is the X-ray production. Now we will start the X-ray production chapter. How X-rays produce. उसके लिए हमें X-ray tube के बारे में जानना है पहले कि क्या है. So this is a picture of Sir William Conrad Roentgen, who discovered X-ray in 1895 when he was using a Crookes tube. These rays were unknown to him, so he called these rays X-rays. This is the site of discovery of Röntgen lab, 8 November 1895. He actually noticed an extraordinary glow when he was investigating the behavior of light outside a cathode ray tube. So he saw the shadow of bones of his hand when he held the tube and fluorescent screen. So within 2 months of his discovery, he had published a description of his work and famous radiograph of his wife Bertha's hand. So this is the first X-ray photograph of Röntgen's wife Bertha hand. X-rays properties. What are the X-rays properties? X-rays are travels in a straight line. Like electromagnetic radiations are travel in a straight line with the speed of light, and they are not influenced with electric and magnetic field. They will penetrate through the substances that are opaque to light. जिसमें से लाइट गुजर जाती है, ठीक है, तो लाइट गुजर जाती है, that is called transparent. But if it is opaque to light, then also they will penetrate through that substances, and when they will fall on some material like fluorescence, they produce fluorescence like calcium tungsten or cesium iodide. If they fall on these type of materials, then they will produce fluorescent light, fluorescence, and it affects on the photographic film and form the latent image and produce ionization and excitation in substances through which they pass, and they produce biological effects in living organisms. Cells can either be damaged or killed due to X-ray exposure, and these rays have no mass and charge, and they are not visible rays. So X-ray tubes design. Production of X-ray needs electron source, that is cathode from electrons will arise. Target to stop, like this is so electron source is this filament, and this is target, that is called anode, and this is called cathode. And we need high voltage supply to accelerate these electrons to the target, and this is sealed in glass envelope that is highly vacuumed, ठीक है, and tube insert that I already told about that. So electrons can produce either by ionization, by thermionic emission. Electron source, it acts as a electrons source act as a cathode, and target act as a anode, that is positive charge, and this is negative charge, and the high voltage is applied between cathode and anode. So voltage will accelerate the electrons to higher velocity. So as a result, electron, what they will pause a high kinetic energy, and it is high kinetic energy electrons are stopped by the target. Then this kinetic energy is converted into X-rays. So X-rays are produced in this way. Equipment that having all requirements are called X-ray tube. Production of X-rays. X-rays are produced when fast moving electrons suddenly stop by impact on a metal target. Kinetic energy, this kinetic energy of electrons is converted into X-rays. Only 1% of X-rays are produced, and 99% of heat will produced in this process. So this is a basic X-ray tube, basic elements of X-ray tube. This is cathode. This side is called cathode and this side is called, as you can apart these two sides. So this is positive side and this is negative side. So this is cathode, this is anode, and this is evacuated envelope, glass envelope, and high voltage source is applied to anode and cathode also. So and this is a heated filament, and around the filament is a focusing cup, that is also a negative terminal, and this is a tungsten target and that is covered by a copper anode. Now you can see the overview. A current is passed through the tungsten filament and heats it up. So when the current will pass through a tungsten filament, then what will happen? The filament will heat it up. When it is heated up, then it increased energy enables the electron that release from the filament through the process of thermionic emissions. Thermionic emission is the emission of electrons by absorption of a thermal energy. Then electrons are attracted toward a positive charge anode and hit the tungsten target with maximum energy, that is determined by tube potential voltage. Whatever, if the voltage is high, then the kinetic energy of electron is also high. So when the electron bombard this target, they interact via a Bremsstrahlung and characteristic interaction that result in conversion of energy into heat 99% and X-ray photons 1%. X-ray photon released in a beam with range of energies out of the window of the tube and form the basis of X-ray image formation. Electron that travel from cathode to anode. So this is the anode and these are the electrons that travel from the cathode to anode. They are called projectile electrons. Electrons interact with either the orbital electrons, they will interact with the orbital electrons or with the nucleus of an atom. इंट्रैक्शन विद द आउटर शेल. सो दीज आउटर शेल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के साथ जो इंट्रैक्शंस हो रही है, इससे क्या है, आपकी हीट प्रोड्यूस होती है.